The mist hung low over the river as I, Ethan Caldwell, stood on the porch of my newly bought riverside cottage, sipping coffee and watching the current ripple under the dawn's first light. At 42, I'd traded my high-stress job as a financial analyst for this slice of serenity in a small town, hoping to spend my days kayaking and sketching the landscape. I'd found the cottage through a local realtor, a quaint fixer-upper nestled on the riverbank, promising solitude. But that morning, as I savored the quiet, a black pickup truck roared up the dirt path, brakes squealing. Out stepped Linda Warwick, the self-proclaimed head of the Riverfront Residents Council, her sharp eyes and clipped voice cutting through the calm. "You're not allowed here," she bellowed, striding toward me. "This river's private, and you're trespassing." Stunned, I tried to explain I owned the cottage, but she waved a stack of papers, claiming she controlled all river access. When I didn't back down, she pulled out her phone and called the sheriff, accusing me of stealing community property. That call sparked a chain of events that would expose a scandal and uncover a truth that turned this sleepy town upside down. I'd left the city to escape the grind, dreaming of mornings on the water and afternoons with my sketchpad. The cottage was my sanctuary, bought outright after months of searching for the perfect retreat. But Linda had other plans. She stood on my porch, filming me with her phone, ranting about exclusive river rights and how my presence threatened the town's prestige. "I'm Linda Warwick, and I run this community," she declared, as if her title gave her dominion over the water itself. I kept my cool. Years of navigating corporate sharks had taught me patience, but her audacity was unreal. She called the sheriff, claiming I was destroying our heritage. When Deputy Harris arrived, looking more annoyed than alarmed, Linda thrust her council documents at him while I handed over my property deed. He scratched his head, comparing the papers. "Looks like a property dispute," he said. "This ain't criminal. Work it out." Linda's eyes blazed, but she wasn't done. She slapped a notice on my door, demanding I cease all river activities or face a $25,000 fine. Through my window, I watched her storm off, wondering if she was crazy or hiding something bigger. That night, I dug through a dusty box left in the cottage's attic, filled with old letters and photos from the previous owners. Among them was a yellowed Documenta land grant from 1852 mentioning Caldwell Holdings and a partial map showing the river and surrounding land. My great-grandfather had settled in this area, but I'd never heard of any family estate. The map was faded, but it hinted at something massive. The next day, my neighbor, Sarah Jennings, stopped by, looking nervous. "Linda's telling everyone the river's going private," she whispered. "She's got deals with some big-shot developer for condos." Her words sent a chill through me. Was Linda selling rights to land she didn't own? The map in my attic suddenly felt like a ticking bomb. Linda escalated her campaign, posting flyers around town accusing me of river misuse and calling an urgent council meeting with barely a day's notice. My financial instincts kicked in short notice, screamed shady. I showed up at the town hall, where only 10 people, including Linda, sat in a room meant for 60. She'd prepared a slideshow, Riverfront Violations Report, with grainy photos of me kayaking, claiming I was endangering community assets. She pushed a vote to ban unauthorized river access, which passed 8-2, but I knew it was bogus. Council bylaws required 30 attendees for a valid vote. Linda's smugness unnerved me. Was she delusional, or did she have a trick up her sleeve? I found myself up at midnight, scouring property law, doubting my own deed. Her manipulation was getting to me. After the meeting, Sarah pulled me aside, guilt in her eyes. "Linda offered me $3,000 to speak against you," she admitted. "My brother's medical bills are drowning us." I didn't take it, but others might. Her confession confirmed Linda's game, buying loyalty to push her agenda. Over the next week, her tactics grew bolder. She posted online, calling me a disruptive outsider. She hired security to patrol the river, telling kayakers they needed her permission. When a guard stopped me on my own dock, I'd had enough. I hit the books, confirming the council's vote was invalid and their river authority questionable. Then, in an online archive, I found a record, Caldwell, 900 acres, 1852. My pulse raced. Did I own the river? I contacted a local historian, Dr. Ellen Harper, who specialized in land records. She was intrigued by the map and record, suggesting the Caldwell grant might still hold, covering the river and much of the town. While she researched, I looked into Linda's dealings. The findings were jaw-dropping. She'd signed contracts with a developer for a $2 million payout, promising exclusive riverfront for luxury condos. She was selling access she didn't legally control, inflating property prices for new buyers. Linda was running a brazen fraud, banking on her council title to bully residents into compliance. 3 weeks later, Dr. Harper called, ecstatic. "Ethan, the 1852 grant was never subdivided. You likely own 900 acres, including the river." Meanwhile, Linda was moving fast, bringing in construction crews to beautify the riverbank really to stake her claim. I called a proper council meeting, giving legal notice to all 60 residents. 50 showed up, the air tense. I exposed Linda's invalid vote and fraudulent deals, but Sarah dropped the real bombshell. "Linda tried to bribe me," she said, playing a recording of Linda promising cash to smear me. The room erupted as Linda screamed, "This is a setup. I've built this town." Her denial crumbled under the weight of evidence. Then I revealed the truth. "My family's 1852 grant is valid," I said, presenting the historian's report and county records. "I own the river, most of this town, and the land Linda's developing." Gasps filled the room. Linda's face went white. She knew her scheme was dead. The developer, who'd invested $200,000 based on her lies, barged in, furious. "You swore the river was yours," he shouted. Linda's protests blaming me, Sarah, even the county fell apart. The next morning, the sheriff arrested her for fraud, theft, and conspiracy. Seeing her led away, still ranting about her rights, felt like justice, but the real challenge lay ahead. Owning 900 acres was overwhelming. Residents feared I'd evict them or sell out. "I'm not here to ruin lives," I told them. My fight's with Linda, but the decision haunted me. I could sell for millions, become a landlord, or donate the land. Sarah, now my ally, urged donation to make the river a public park. Her brother's illness and her refusal of Linda's bribe made her words hit home. After sleepless nights, I donated the 900 acres, creating Caldwell River Park. The tax break $35,000 yearly was a bonus, but the real win was seeing families kayak freely, safe from future scams. Linda's trial was a spectacle. 3 years in prison, $500,000 in restitution she couldn't pay. Victims lost savings, some lost homes. At her parole hearing after 2 years, a quieter Linda admitted her greed. I spoke, noting the town's scars but her apparent change. She was released, working at a diner and volunteering at a shelter. The town flourished under Sarah's council leadership, with Riverfest drawing thousands. The river became a shared treasure, and my cottage remained my haven. As I sketched the water each morning, I know giving away power was my richest act. Linda's fall showed that those who scream loudest often hold the least. Sometimes, standing up to a bully reveals a fortune you never knew you had.